On the bus, a group of thugs are harassing a young girl.
Come on, young
I'm not good enough for you?
Go. Don't move over.
I want to play.
A man with sunglasses gets on the bus, followed by a pregnant woman. The man gives his seat to the pregnant woman, but in the next second, a thug sits right on it.
That seat's taken.
Despite being extremely angry, the man calmly hands the sunglasses to the woman. The man beats the thugs to pieces, snatches the knives, and throws them out. The man's name is Ray Quick, a veteran, once as a bomb expert, but now he has just become a freelancer who lives off the grid. All of this is due to an accident that occurred many years ago. In 1984, as elite CIA explosives experts, Captain Ray Quick and Colonel Ned Trent are deployed on a high-stakes assassination mission in South America. Their target is a powerful drug dealer, and their method is surgical. They plan to blow up a bridge. Ray, methodical and conscientious, plants the charges with precision beneath the bridge, while Trent, impatient and unprincipled, sets the timer and prepares for detonation. The count. Ray reports Trent's actions to their CIA superiors, accusing him of murder. The fallout is swift. Trent is dismissed from the CIA, and Ray, disillusioned and guilt-ridden, resigns soon after. His trust in the agency shattered, Ray disappears from the intelligence world and fades into obscurity. 10 years later, in 1994, the two men have taken drastically different paths. Ray now works as a highly secretive freelance explosives expert, essentially a hitman who only uses bombs, living off the grid in an abandoned, heavily fortified waterfront warehouse. He doesn't allow clients to contact him directly. Trent, now disgraced and stripped of his military status, has built a new life in Miami. One ordinary midnight, Ray's long-dormant kill code is unexpectedly activated. He makes a phone call to a woman who tells him she wants to kill 3 men. Though Ray senses May is emotionally unstable and reckless, he realizes she is determined to see this through, whether with his help or not. He finally agrees to take the job, eliminate the 3 murderers. She tells him she has another identity, Adrian Hastings. Meanwhile, at a party hosted by the Leon family, Trent appears. He has become the head of security for a powerful Cuban-American mobster named Joe Leon. Among the guests is Thomas, Joe's trusted son, also the man responsible for murdering May's father years ago. But even with a new identity and occupation, Trent's obsession with revenge has never faded. For the past 8 years, he's been quietly waiting in Miami, convinced that Ray would eventually return to the city where he was born. And he is right. Under the alias Adrian Hastings, May has infiltrated Thomas Leon's inner circle. She uses her striking beauty and cold demeanor to quickly capture Thomas's attention. Thomas, arrogant and violent, becomes infatuated with her.
Is there something you want?
What I want, I take.
He approaches May, engages in conversation, and invites her to dance. May pretends to return the affection, hoping to get closer for her revenge. Trent watches everything from a distance. Back at his home, Ray, still holding the cat, contemplates whether to take the job. Though cautious, he is intrigued by the woman's voice, laced with sorrow, desire, and quiet pain. May meets Tomas again at a bar, where he lightly kisses her and suggests they spend the night together.
You like spending the day with me?
Yeah.
Suddenly, one of Thomas's men arrives and signals Thomas that there's a matter to attend to. May recognizes the man as one of the killers from her past. Her eyes fill with hatred as she walks out of the bar. Outside, Ray quietly observes May from a nearby pavilion. Thomas follows her.
You don't. Walk away from me.
May pretends to listen and follows Thomas to his car. That evening, May attends another event with Thomas where he caresses her and kisses her.
It's the man who shot my father. And he's kissing me and... oh, God.
As Thomas fondly admires her, May internally loathes him for being one of her parents' murderers.
You don't have to do it.
It's the only way I can get close enough to kill him.
Despite this, she pretends to enjoy his affection in order to further her plan for revenge. Meanwhile, Ray continues to observe her from a distance with growing emotional conflict. Somewhere along the way, he realizes that he has fallen for this fragile but determined woman. This realization becomes unbearable when Tomas publicly humiliates May at a party, lifting her skirt in a disgusting show of dominance. Ray watches this with seething anger. Back home, May is so sickened by Thomas's touch that she throws away the dress she wore that evening. She collapses emotionally. She no longer needs to get close to the Leons. She must not contact him again. And if this is a trap, he will end her. May bursts into tears, but they are tears of joy. Ray is finally helping her. Ray begins his mission with ruthless precision. His first target is Charlie, one of the original murders, a Leon syndicate executive who oversees their street business. Every Monday, Charlie visits his office to check the books. On one such Monday, Ray sneaks into the building, attaches an explosive device to the office door, and waits. Bomb detonates, ending him instantly. The next day, Trent, now the head of security for the Leon syndicate, is called to the scene.
The item that was used to set it off was impacted inside the C4, so the arming device was vaporized. Brilliant planning, totally professional. Gotta be a specialist.
Upon examining the aftermath, he instantly recognizes Ray's signature. He demands full control of the case from Joe Leon, and Joe agrees, not wanting his son Thomas involved. Ray returns to his home, where he feeds the cat and starts exercising. Meanwhile, news of Charlie's death spreads. May is overjoyed and calls Ray to thank him.
You got the first one. Thank you.
Ray refuses to meet, sensing that something is wrong. May offers to help lure the remaining murders, but Ray just wants her to stay away from them.
No, you just stay away from those guys. The future's about to become very dark.
On the other side, Joe bribes the Miami chief of police to bring in Trent, now an explosives expert, under the pretense of helping the police solve the bombing. Trent joins the city's bomb squad and quickly suspects that May was one of the guests at the party that day, finding her behavior suspicious.
Chief says you're on this? Fine. But I don't take orders from any anything. All right, Ace?
Due to the team's distrust and reluctance to cooperate with him, Trent makes a dramatic first impression at the bomb squad. He assembles a live bomb on a table using random parts and dares the squad to disarm it. Moment, earning their fearful respect and solidifying his position in the investigation. Thomas takes May to his villa, where they exchange sweet nothings. May pretends to go along with it, but internally, she feels disgusted. Meanwhile, after Charlie's brutal death, The members working for Joe Leon are on edge, carefully inspecting every detail, even checking elevators multiple times. The fat man in front of her, one of the murders responsible for May's parents' deaths 28 years ago, is paranoid, looking around at every corner. He checks his car's undercarriage before getting in, fearing an explosive trap. Resulting in a massive explosion that sends him flying 5 meters into the air. With 2 men dead, Trent becomes enraged.
He hasn't lost his sense of humor.
He storms into Thomas's villa, slaps May, and demands she help lure Ray out.
You get your 3 corpses, I get Ray quick. That was the bargain.
He gives her an ultimatum: find Ray within 24 hours of the 3rd death, or he'll torture her. It turns out, secretly, she is working with Trent. In exchange for protection and assistance in getting close to Thomas, May made a secret deal with Trent. Help her get revenge, and in return, she'll help him track down Ray. However, because Ray refuses to meet her, May is having a hard time luring him out.
If you don't get him.
Just then, Thomas returns, and the two of them eye each other distrustfully, posturing and pretending to be tough. Had Joe not valued Trent, Thomas would have killed him by now. Unbeknownst to them, Ray has already prepared the 3rd deadly trap. Yes, the 3rd man involved in the murder of May's parents 28 years ago is none other than Thomas. After confirming his habits, Ray sneaks into the hotel and swaps out the tea bag with a bomb before triggering the detonator. However, at the moment of the explosion, he sees May walking into the room. As the bomb starts to explode, Ray frantically runs toward her, but the area is too crowded with Twin Dragon members, and he has no choice but to leave quietly. In a phone booth in the rain, he tries to call May to ensure she's safe, but she doesn't answer. Trent attends Thomas's funeral where Joe is crying by his son's casket. Joe demands that Trent be held responsible for his son's death, blaming him for not protecting Thomas.
You were supposed to protect his back. His life was in your hands.
Joe orders Trent to find the explosives expert and capture him before Thomas is buried.
You go out and you find this explosive expert. Bring him to me alive.
Ray, believing May is dead, mourns in silence. That night, in his grief, Ray sneaks into May's apartment and takes her necklace and stockings before leaving. Meanwhile, Trent, realizing May has disappeared, hatches a plan. He's unwilling to let a woman use him, so he decides to hold a funeral in her name and spread the word through the newspaper, believing that Ray will come. When returns to the building, Ray notices new messages posted on the bulletin board from Adrian, a code they use to communicate. He suspects something is wrong and responds to one of the messages. This leads him into a trap set by Trent and the bomb squad. Ray quickly tests the situation and realizes Trent is behind everything.
Trent, he should be standing right next to you. Put him on the line. I want to talk to him.
They begin to insult each other over the phone. Trent, enraged by Ray's insults, calling him a heartless killer and a CIA outcast, snaps.
Losing your job as a CIA attack dog, or knowing that I turned you in, and I'm still alive.
He grows more furious, the old wounds of his failure and obsession with Ray resurfacing.
You, Ray! You killed!
But Ray isn't interested in arguing further. He hangs up abruptly, leaving Trent fuming. Ray, filled with conflicting emotions, doesn't know where to go next. Ray admits he's become fond of May. Therefore, to give her one last farewell, Ray goes to the funeral and realizes the person in the coffin isn't May. Just as he's confused, the church doors open and May walks in. Ray, overcome with emotion, immediately checks her for weapons. Once confirming she's unarmed, they rush into a hotel, merging completely as one. At the same time, Ned and his men arrive at the funeral. Trent comes in, confronting the priest at gunpoint and demanding the coffin be opened, realizing May is still alive. Inside the hotel, Ray learns that May had to make him believe she was dead to distance herself from Thomas's people.
I thought it was the only way I could get Tomas's men off my back.
She faked her death by going to the hospital and dropping her wallet into a dying woman's purse. After this failure, Trent uses his influence in both the criminal underworld and the police force to track down the two of them. He finds a clue at the hotel they're staying at and rushes there. Meanwhile, after showering, Ray finds that May is missing. May, having finished cleaning up, leaves a note saying, "I'm not a woman you can trust." Just as she's about to blend into the crowd, Trent and his men arrive, and realizing there's no way to escape, May pretends to go along with Trent's plan.
I was just going to call you. I used the attachment thing. And I got him.
Trent smiles wickedly and orders his men to grab May before rushing to take down Ray. Knowing that once Ray is dead, Trent will surely eliminate her to protect the Twin Dragon Society, May uses the excuse of needing to use the bathroom to snatch someone else's phone and contact Ray, urging him to... uses coded language to let Ray know it's a trap, prompting him to prepare accordingly. Trent, unaware, sends a heavily armed force to the dock, making it a heavily guarded area. But Ray, anticipating the ambush, has already set up a dense network of explosives. As the group prepares to attack, a massive explosion erupts, launching everything into the sky. Meanwhile, Ray and May make their escape by boat, returns to his base. Afterward, Trent carefully analyzes Ray's phone call recordings, cross-referencing background noise and traffic routes to pinpoint Ray's hideout. The next morning, Trent and a full police force arrive at the location. Meanwhile, Ray, in high spirits, watches as May calmly suggests she should leave because her true enemy, Joe, is still alive. The ensuing explosion kills Joe. Watching from a nearby car, May hears the blast and knows her mission is complete. She gets into a car with Ray and they drive away, beginning a new chapter of their lives.
How do you feel?
Better.
Together, they drive off, finally free from the trauma, vengeance, and violence of their past, ready to start anew.